Cheers. Happy lazy Sunday. It's a hot one. Finally, we have a bit of sunshine without rain. A couple of days so far at least. And life is beautiful again. Life is wonderful. This is my Citra APA. If you're on BrewTube, you may have seen this posted on the Facebook page. Kegged last Thursday, and yeah, this is banging. Absolute juicy juiceness. So previously I'd done a Citra Mosaic Pale with a big, using 200 grams of hops, 100 Citra, 100 Mosaic, 50 of each in Whirlpool and 50 of each in dry hop. Then after kegging that, I've still got some of that. There's about half a keg of that. That came out about 5%. Excuse me. Hay fever season. Now the sun's here and the rain's gone, I'll get killed for it. Eyes all blurry, nose is all blocked, and runny, cough developing. But the sun's here. Happy fucking days. Yeah, so I've done that. That, as I say, and then I dropped this onto the yeast cake. However, it did have 100 grams dry hop in with the yeast cake. So this has gone on top of that. And this was just purely Citra. And I think I used about 50 grams in the boil and a mixture of boil and flame out Whirlpool. Now, I haven't done one for a while where I do like bit at 60 minutes, bit at 10 minutes, and then flame out. So this is the first for a while that has had a 10-minute addition. Normally it's been a 60-minute small addition for the bittering, and then everything else goes in Whirlpool and then dry hop. That's the way I've been doing it for a while now. But I thought I'd start to add a little bit of a 10-minute in there. And then obviously this has been dropped onto the yeast cake of what was using Verdant yeast at the time. But it also had the previous dry hop in there. So I thought that'd be different. I wondered how interesting it would be. And however, it has worked out absolutely amazing. I'm extremely impressed. Now, you can't see the balloon anymore because the balloon is gone. However, we do have a blow-off tube still. Dortmunder Export this time, using Novolog yeast and the recipe from the Bible. I thought I'd do the Dortmunder Exporter. The one in the new Bible, the picture for it, just like, oh, it looks so tasty. It made me just want to drink it there and then. So I did that on the date salt. Take it a bit easy. So last Thursday, got up, sun was shining, day off. Had no plans. No reason to do anything specific. So I thought I'll keg the beer. This one, I'll get that kegged. Do the school drop off, came back, started kegging the beer, and I thought, well, I'll brew a beer while I'm here. Did a big line clean, brewed a beer, there's Dortmunder Export. So that seems to have died down. As I said, brewed Thursday, it's gone very quiet now. On the CO2 manufacturing, which is okay. Quite happy with that. It's got another 2 days I'll leave it at. I'm supposed to then ramp it up to 20. Now, I first put it on and I made a mistake. I got the fermentation profile was going to be 18 degrees, 5 days, 2 days at 20, 2 days cold crash. Bob's your uncle. However, I plugged it in, switched it on, got it all up and running. I forgot to click on. Now, when you put on the glycol chiller, the Grainfather glycol chiller, you can click it on and it powers everything up and you can start it. But you're supposed to press the button for whichever fermentation profiled connectors at the back are. So this is number 1. So you got 1 to 4. I forgot to press number 1, so it didn't chill it down at all. It didn't keep it at temperature. It just had the heating element working on it. So instead of being at 18, the next day I noticed it got to about 23. So it was ramping out the CO2. Bit of a worry, however, quickly rectified. It's down to 18. It's been sat there now. It was still pumping out CO2 yesterday, but today it is dead and finished, I think. And that may be why. Has it stressed the yeast? I don't know. I know that that Lallemand Nova Lager yeast does have good tolerance. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And it must have been kind of overnight. So it couldn't have got too high overnight, apart from the heat it generated from itself. If you know what I mean. The energy, the chemical reactions that it caused, and the creation of alcohol. So only that heat would have been heating it during the evening. And I spotted it first thing in the morning, but it was still up to 23. So it got a little high, but I managed to get it corrected quick enough. So yes, that was that. Yes, I have the Dortmunder, so that's the Dortmunder Exporter. I've already prepped and readied for the next brew, which for me is going to be the European Lager from the old Bible. And I'm trying to tick them all off. Are they the best recipes? Not really. Are they a good indication of what kind of profiles you can expect when doing certain brews? Yes, they are. Very much so. And so, doing this, I mean, I've been doing this for what now? 9, 10 years nearly? Be 9 years, I think. 9 years, I think. 9 to 10 years. And so I'm kind of getting the idea of what kind of beers are, and I like, what kind of profiles. Go through that book steadily away. I veer off and do my own shit all the time. Take this for instance. This is, it started out as a vacant gesture, but then I had the malt profile for it, and I was like, well, I don't have basic crystal. I'm going to use wheat crystal. So I can reduce down my wheat. I've got a wheat crystal malt, and I kind of played with that. Because I get a good body with it, and I get a really good colour. Look at that. It almost glows, doesn't it? And that's no effect. Look, next to my pallid skin there. My skin ain't glowing. This is. Yeah. So I kind of tweaked that. So it was mainly... It's not even Maris Otter, I don't think. It's what it is. It's pale Maris Otter. Bit of pale Maris Otter, crystal wheat, and wheat malt. And then also I've played with the hop additions. Obviously I have a 90-minute hop additions, which is the Challenger, which is back to how Harry Brew does it. However, I then wanted a 10-minute edition, and then the Whirlpool edition. And instead of having a dry hop, I already had the dry hop in prep that had been in there, and I thought I'd see what it would do. And I was using verdant yeast rather than US-05. You know how these things go. You just start at one place, and then you just wander off in your own direction, as you do with whatever you have and things. And I have to say, this is an absolute beauty. 4.5% as well, so pretty sessionable. I mean, will I be able to do it again? Obviously not, no. Not unless I do the Citra Mosaic Pale before, use verdant yeast, chuck in the 50 of each, and then, but even that, everything changes, doesn't it? You can't replicate perfectly what you've done previously, unless you are so meticulous. You really have to be absolutely meticulous. Starting with raw water, there you go, raw water, you have to start with that, then with the additions and everything. So this one is pure tap water, pure Whitby tap water, and it's come out fantastic. The one I did previously, the Citra Mosaic Pale Ale, it's very nice, but it has just an edge of bitterness, and I tried to tweak it, the water, using minerals and stuff, but it's tweaking the Whitby water, and I don't think it's quite right. However, I am now looking into doing the old raw water and getting the 3-cylinder water cleaning, water stripping, de-icy thingamajob. There you go, it's a thingamajob. So I'm going to get one of those. I've kind of in my head worked out how it'll work and how I can use it, because I could strap it to the wall here, drill the holes through the shed. I can connect the pipes from the inside to just the outside with the connectors on the outside, and then whenever I need it, strip it, because straight out there is a tap and just a little bit is the drain, which is why I brew just out there, because the electric's just out there, tap, drain. It should work as an idea. And the collection, I've got 2 of the old, I bought 2 sort of water cubes, because I was going to do some cube brewing when I first started Allgrain. I bought shitloads of stuff, and I kind of kept them in here, and in the end I ended up like, I've got to put them in the shed. And they go in the other shed, the shed of all of the stuff. And they've sat there. I nearly got rid of them, but I kept them. I thought, well, yes, 2 cubes, 2 20-litre cubes. I think it's 20 litres. Perfect. I can collect my raw water in them using the system. Yeah, it's connected, and yeah, I can do it. So. That is the next project for this summer when I get the spare cash. You know what it's like. And I had some spare cash only 2 weeks ago, and I spent about 160 quid at Malt Miller. Well, no, a mixture of Malt Miller and Cross Maloof. I got a shed load of hops. My freezer is rammed now. So I got some Hersbrucker, I got some Mittelfrüh, I got some Tettnang. So obviously you can guess I'm going to be doing a few lagers, which is the point. I wanted some Kemsan, but the smallest I could find, I could find small in like the 100ml and the 200ml bottles. I wanted like a litre to 2 litres maybe. No, I had to get the 2.5 litres. So 2.5 litres of Kemsan. I mean, that's nearly 40 quid just for that, isn't it? 25 kilo sack of Pilsner, Simpson's not Pilsner, lager. Simpson's special lager malt. So 25 kilos of that. And it starts to build, doesn't it? 5 kilos of Munich malt from Cross Maloof. Most of those hops came from Cross Maloof. I had to get some Challenger, I think, as well. I think I was running low on Challenger, so I think I got some Challenger. They were very kind enough to send me some extra East Kent Goldings as well, which was nice. So I can go with what I have of my Maris Otter a bit later in the day. Do a bit of fuggly stuff, maybe. Fuggly East Kent Golding, bittery stuff. But yeah, it's so easy, isn't it? A couple of Nova Lager yeast in there. I got some of, what's the other yeast I got? Saturated, a couple of Saturateds. I've not tried it. I was intrigued to find it's from Boddington, so I might use one to do. Things is, it's like, oh yeah, perfect for Neighbours, all fruit yeses and that. Comes from Boddington's. Look at fucking Boddington's, man. Yes. Pint of creamy fucking Boddingtons. Yeah, I quite fancy doing that for later in the year. So I'll do one with a fruity Ester one, and then the second, because I'll try and get at least 2 brews out of a yeast if I can. I know it's cheaper me, but I'm a Yorkshireman, so I'm a cheap bastard as it is. Things are tight up north, especially my fucking hand in my wallet. That's tight as fuck. So that's pretty much where we are with the brewing. Dylan's back today, this afternoon in fact. Father-in-law's been down to pick him up. He's on his way back now. So Captain Misery is returning. Hopefully it won't be the same, because he now has his partner, his girlfriend, who is coming to Whitby later this summer, and they're going to stay at the in-laws. Couldn't stay here because a bit tight for space. I mean, Dylan's bedroom is probably what you would call a box room. I think it's about 7 by 4, 5 maybe. So it fits his bed in, and he has to have everything else mounted on the wall, like TV and things, and then there's a built-in wardrobe to the side for all his clothes and stuff. Yeah, so, and that's a single bed that just fits in there, so I don't think she can sleep there. So they're planning on staying at the in-laws. So it'd be nice to meet her, Serena. She's from Hong Kong, on the same course as he is, doing law at Worcester College, Oxford. So it'd be nice. He's coming up for the summer. Then he's hoping to fly to Hong Kong. I'm going to meet her parents and do the old wander out. So this seems serious, really serious. Yeah, so that should be interesting. He's back, and apart from that, there's not a lot happening, is there? Oh yeah, there's football, isn't there? Yeah. Let's gloss over that. I don't think England have done very well there, and they're not doing very well. They're doing top of their group, but they just look shit, don't they? They just look shit for who they've got and who they're supposed to be, and all these top players. You've got the Player of the Year in the UK, Phil Foden. You've got the Player of the Year in La Liga, Bellingham. You've got Player of the Year in Bundesliga, Harry Kane. Yeah, not really showing it, are they? Anyway, joys of management, I guess. The joys of Southgate. I'm loving the memes though that everyone's posting. They're like, if Gareth Southgate was eating here, this is what it'd be. It'd be just like cardboard and water kind of stuff. Pardon me. Moving on. Scotland aren't doing much better either. Notice the t-shirt. Open in Scotland. I used to work there. For a very short period. Whilst I was up there. Very short period indeed. Nice place though. If you ever get the chance to go to Oban. Go to Oban Inn. It's the gateway to kind of the Highlands and also the islands, especially the islands, Mull, etc. Very much. So, anyway, I think that's me waffled as much as I really should. You're probably bored fuckless listening to me now, and I'm going to finish this and then probably pour myself another and sit back in that sunshine and carry on reading my book. So, if you got this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully I will get another one up shortly, and sorry if it's been so long, but what can I say? Not had the opportunity to brew. Cheers.